Today I'm diving deep into the streets of New York City to see if it really is becoming the crime capital of America. Can I uncover the truth behind the headlines? New York City, the city that never sleeps, but is it becoming the city that never feels safe? Rising crime rates have been making headlines for months, and the public is growing more and more concerned. We're talking about one of the most iconic cities in the world, a hub of finance, art, and culture. But is it slowly losing its charm? New York City is facing some serious challenges when it comes to crime. Violent crime is on the rise, with shootings and homicides becoming more frequent. Theft is also a major issue, with pickpocketing and burglary on the increase. And it's not just about the numbers, it's about the sense of safety that's being eroded in communities across the city. People are starting to feel like they can't walk down the street without looking over the shoulder, never mind taking the subway. We've seen an increase in random attacks, with people being punched, kicked, stabbed, or even set on fire, as we all recently saw, for no reason at all. The streets are becoming more lawless by the day, and it's not just the tourists who are affected. It's the people who call New York City home. The fact is, crime is on the rise, and it's not just a minor blip on the radar, it's a serious problem that needs to be addressed. The city's leaders are under pressure to do something, but so far their efforts seem to be falling short. The NYPD is doing its best, but it's clear that they're struggling to keep up with the sheer volume of crime. It's not just about throwing more cops on the street, it's about addressing the root causes of this surge in crime. So what's driving this crime wave? Is it the economic downturn? Is it the lack of opportunities for young people? Is it the change in policing practices? There are a lot of theories, but what's clear is that it's a complex issue that can't be boiled down to a single factor. One of the main reasons is the growing wealth gap in the city. As the cost of living continues to rise, more and more people are being pushed to the margins. They're struggling to make ends meet, and that's creating a sense of desperation that can lead to crime. And it's not just about the individuals, it's about the communities that are being left behind. Another factor is the shift in policing priorities. With the focus on community policing and de-escalation techniques, some critics say that the NYPD has become too soft on crime. They're not being tough enough on criminals, and that's emboldening them to commit more crimes. But is that really the case, or is it just a myth? The city is also facing a crisis in confidence in the criminal justice system. With high-profile cases of police brutality and corruption, people are losing faith in the system. They're not reporting crimes, they're not cooperating with investigations, and that's making it harder to bring criminals to justice. One case that really stands out is the recent spike in shootings in Brooklyn. In just one weekend, there were multiple shootings in different parts of the borough, leaving several people dead and many more injured. It was a shocking reminder of the reality of violence in the city, and it's just one example of the many challenges that NYC is facing. Another case that highlights the severity of the crime situation is the surge in subway violence, with the people being pushed onto the tracks, punched and robbed on almost a daily basis. It's clear that the subways are no longer a safe space. It's not just about the crime itself, it's about the fear that it's creating. We're seeing a city in crisis where people are living in fear of their lives. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the human cost of this crime wave. We're seeing families torn apart by violence. We're seeing communities that are being destroyed by fear and mistrust. So what does the future hold for New York City? Is it going to continue down this path of rising crime and falling safety? Or can something be done to turn it around? That's the question on everyone's lips, and it's not an easy one to answer. The rising crime rates in New York City is a complex issue with many factors at play. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the human cost of this crime wave. It's about the families torn apart by violence, the communities destroyed by fear and mistrust, and the sense of safety that's being eroded in communities across the city. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you experienced crime in New York City? Or do you have a theory about what's driving this surge in crime? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.